Chief fell into a coma 8 months ago. Disappearing from the radar of both Paradeisos and Underground, the FAC in desperation sacrificed many to reinforce the BR-002 defense line. While Rustfire lay in ruins, Julian vanished and Drifter's once bustling camp now resembled a ghost town. Amidst this chaos, within the hallowed halls of the conference hall where the executive committee held sway, a figure stood out amidst the shadows of indifference and self-interest. It was Sergeant Matilda Cavendish, a woman of resolve and conviction, whose very presence seemed to defy the disregard of those around her. This situation had reached a critical juncture, with a looming large-scale joint operation concerning BR-002 set to launch in a mere 2 weeks. The fight against the underground raged on, while plans for a systematic governance and resettlement in the West District threatened those who dared to oppose with swift destruction. Yet, amidst the clamor for power and control, Matilda stood firm, a beacon of empathy and compassion in a sea of apathy. Despite the scorn and envy directed towards her by the executive committee, who viewed her as an outsider from the influential Cavendish family, Matilda offered herself to willingly go to the front lines. It was a decision that surprised many, but for Matilda, it was a natural choice. When the opportunity arose for her to step into the shoes of her missing superior, she did so without hesitation, determined to make a difference when it mattered the most. For, in a world consumed by greed and ambition, Matilda Cavendish stood as a testament to the power of selflessness and duty, and as she prepared to embark on her new mission, she carried with her not just the weight of expectation, but the hope for a better tomorrow for all who call this fractured world their home. Corso and Hecate are beating up officers left and right. The officers are panicking and Matilda tries to buy them time to escape. It's honestly a very silly scene, but it all ends up being a show for the higher-ups to look like Matilda went down fighting. But in truth, it was to get Matilda from the prying eyes. It turns out Matilda is on our side. Once enemy of Drifter's camp is now the backbone of Drifter camp. Ever since you have disappeared, the shackles have been backfired by the mania of Corpus 002. To put it simply, the shackles used to be comforting medicine, but now whenever sinners use their power, it becomes a toxic poison which contaminates them even more. Hecate doesn't care. She's fallen into deep depression and the only thing going in her mind is Chief, 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 I need to find Chief. Instead of feeling sad by the usage, it brings her solace and hope that Chief is still somewhere alive. The once bright daughter is now always gloomy and depressed. Corso, a sinner fighting for Rustfire, is also not happy in these rough times, but the reasons are different. Unlike Hecate, she wants to enjoy good fights, but with so many brave heroes of Rustfire dead, there aren't any left to satisfy her growing needs. Hecate and Corso are not on good terms.
When the day comes that your chief dies and the shackles break, you'll be able to fight with all your strength. I'll come looking for you then.
I can kill you right now, you Rustfire scum.
The three of them return to the hideout. Greeted by Lavina, the once bright mother of Rustfire now looks emotionally destroyed beyond repair. At first, Matilda was forced to cooperate to protect the honor of the Cavendish family, but now after the uprising she changed her mind and wishes from the bottom of her heart to help West District. Matilda and Lavina are now the cornerstone of refugees of West District, leading the way to survival. Lavina also got corrupted and suffers heavily from the contamination of the shackles. Rustfire is practically non-existent, besides Corso, the remaining fighter who hasn't died or given up.
Right, Rustfire is gone and Syndicate has no future. Miss Carbonara, how about packing up the people here and taking them to Eastside? You care a lot about everyone, don't you? You must hate to see them suffer again.
My last name is Cavendish. And yes, I do care. That's why I'm trying to find a way out.
A way out? Oh, not everyone believes there is one. Or you could just send me away. You see, I've helped you a lot, haven't I?
After the rebellion by the Rustfire sinners, who gained the shackles-like power from the comatose chief, were the first ones to be swallowed by mania. The Drifter camp where they gathered instantly became a dead city overrun by corruptors and monsters. The intense contamination spread like wildfire and ended the glorious 10 days of Rustfire. Syndicate fell into a deeper of a rabbit hole of chaos. The Black Ring became even larger and more powerful as time went on. The only thing left was non-combatants and refugees hiding inside a cave deep underground with barely any resources places with barely any hope, homeless huddling together for warmth. A tale as old as time proves that all vain fanatism is fleeting and futile. It leaves behind nothing but a mess. The situation is bleak. Hela, your precious daughter, is on the brink of death, and Lavina can't even contact the MBCC. Sinners of the Bureau also have been contaminated by the Black Ring, and the Ring Research Institute of Paradeisos have taken over the MBCC for now. They're not like you, Chief. Not kind, not empathic, but crazy scientists. There's a reason even Summer left them. Even though Hela is known for her fast regeneration abilities, the corruption has completely taken Hela over. While she's suffering from coma, her power becomes suppressed by the evil superior mania. After you disappeared, Chief, your shackles not only stopped working, but became a huge detriment to your dear sinners.
I don't need Rustfire's pity. They already stole Chief's shackles. What more do they want from me?
Those who stole the shackles and hurt you have already become part of the Black Ring. No one here is your enemy, Hecate.
And I want nothing to do with them. I'm only here for one reason. Where is Chief? You said you would keep me posted.
There's no news right now.
You said the 9th Agency of Paradeisos was out looking for her. After all this time, how can there be no news? You're all lying to me. You're in league with Rustfire. Where did you take Chief? What did you do to her?
The Rustfire you despise has been wiped out. They coveted the shackles and abused their power. That's why they were corrupted by mania and fell to the bottom. They let hatred burn down their sanity, so they became part of BR-002. Are you going to follow the same path? You will leave your friend here and turn into a corruptor before your chief returns?
You... let go of me. Let go.
Hecate wants to find Chief. Matilda tries to reassure her. Matilda tries her best.
You don't need to trust me, but you should find someone you can trust. Don't isolate yourself. You've already pushed your mind to the breaking point. Hecate, if you still want to move forward, if you still want to fight for someone, you must first protect your own heart.
I'm going with you. I must get news of Chief firsthand. Don't think of getting rid of me.
Before Matilda leaves, she sees Hecate curl up and grips Hela's hand on the bed, trembling. Hecate is determined to go outside and look for Chief, even though Big Sister Corso tells her to relax, and Lavina promises to protect her. This does not help Hecate's mind. She feels repressed and almost humiliated, and the shackles are making it even worse.
Yeah, don't force yourself to fight our little burden. Leave it to your Big Sister Corso. Got it?
I don't need your protection. I don't want...
A sudden explosion shakes the ground.
Fuck me!
Crash appears, the Shadow Guardian of the West District. After the 10-day uprising, she joined the camp with all the kids from the homeless group. Since then, she has been secretly protecting the safety of the refugees. Crash relays to Matilda that a blonde executive came over. Wink wink. Crash tries to greet Hecate, but she runs off to Donald.
Hey, if it isn't little Hecate.
Donald.
Shh, keep it down. I've got a few adversaries. Admirers over there. If they spot me, I'll have a hard time getting away. Oh, look at these dark circles and bony arms. It's only been 2 months. Or 3? Did you get bullied? I'll get those suckers hell later. First, give me your hand. I brought you a gift. In return, could you do me a favor and deliver a message for me? It's for...
Is it news about Chief? Did you find Chief?
I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's just a piece of fruit candy.
All right, Hecate. This man is a spy sent by the executive officers to probe for intelligence. We'll take him. I'll personally interrogate him. He and I have a lot to catch up on.
Hecate is disheartened. All this time she's been waiting for news of that person, of you, Chief. Poor Hecate, man.
I can't exactly tell her we do have news, can I? Those behind her are up to no good. If anything happens to that chief, that poor little girl will certainly never forgive herself.
Turns out Donald knows what's up. He has found you, Chief, but there's a big problem. They can't let Hecate find out. They must keep her in the dark. Don was the one who helped Matilda hide her mania infection and saved her from mutating into a corruptor. Eventually she survived and became a sinner. In return, she had to do lots of dirty work to repay the favor. To solve this Black Ring issue, Don went to consult an expert. To the depths of Drifter's camp he went. Beaten up and battered, he met Dudu. Dudu, the A-class musician, has been playing the Suona every day at the door to keep her alive. Keep who alive? Raven. Raven is alive, baby, but she's in critical condition. Dudu's music can just keep her barely alive. Oh, Casket is alive too, just coincidentally patrolling around Raven and Chief's body, but not safeguarding Wink. And the biggest surprise, the most welcome one, is Kokolik. Coco. Coco kept her promise. She is protecting Chief.
Stop shouting. I'm not dead, just not in the mood to see anyone. I'm not useless like you. I don't need to be glued to her to protect her. Even if I stay hidden, the spies from Paradeisos and the underground can't get anywhere near her. That idiot chief should have known better than to keep up the pretty talk and suicidal missions in these times. Now I gotta be the babysitter. Hurry with waking her up and get her out of here. I can't stand looking at that dumb face anymore.
Ooh. Ugh, these pretty ladies around you keep getting scarier. Coming to see you is like venturing into the gates of hell. It's taking years off my life. Wake up soon, Chief. If you don't, I'm gonna have to make you.
Everyone's either exhausted or frightened. The future is so uncertain. No one here can be unfazed by the unknown. No one can be above the confusion. It's a grim reality. Matilda believes in the glimmer of hope that Donald mentioned, to relocate everyone to a safer place, but it's going to be extremely difficult. Reckless and crazy, but what else can we do in this situation? If we don't relocate, we'll get found out and the hypercubes are running out at an alarming rate. Without them, many won't be able to suppress the mania in the air, eating them out. Donald may seem mad, but deep down he's cautious with his actions. Matilda believes in him. Matilda believes in Donald. So why would he propose such a plan? Because hope expires too, and the time window left is very narrow.
I'm not joking with you. Take her away immediately. An undergrounder came here a week ago, and I made him bloom. That undergrounder carried a special sorcery on his body to mark his own death, all for tracking her down. I think the location's been exposed. But since then, the underground hasn't sent anyone else. Something must be going on. You guys be careful.
Whether it's to return my favor, save the world, or just to hug someone waiting for you. Come back soon. You'd best open your eyes now. Any later, I'm afraid some things can't be undone.
Hecate is fed up waiting. She knows Donald is not a clown. Well, I mean he is, but not a clueless one. But the one hiding a deep secret to reach his goal, he must play one. She clearly remembers the day when her nightmare went crazy. He single-handedly subdued the raging nightmare and fought off dozens of Rustfire sinners. He promised her to bring back Chief. She trusts Donald because she knows he's strong. Not only that, but he also saved Hela when Hecate couldn't, and even promised to save you, Chief. It was him that fateful day Dawn brought back Raven and many more people. She trusts him, but she doesn't want to wait anymore.
I'm useless when Chief needs me the most. Even Hela is suffering because of me.
Hecate secretly follows Dawn. Gangsters attack Dawn because he is an executive officer. A fight is about to break out. Hecate is not worried about Dawn. She doesn't need to help him because she knows he is strong and can't wait to see it unfold. Any minute now, any second now, Dawn should unleash his powers, but...
Please spare me!
Huh?
Chief!
Hela, is this a Syndicate tradition?
Ouch! Those meaties scared me to death.
He isn't that badly injured, is he? Isn't he supposed to save Chief? Isn't he supposed to go to BR-002? What on earth is he?
Dawn is truly one of the funniest characters I've ever seen. Anyway, the FAC soldiers find him.
Please! FAC, sirs! Help! Look at me! I'm an executive officer from the executive committee! Those damn gangsters are attacking us on the streets! Help me, please! Take me back! I'm injured. I need medical attention. There's no time to go back to the executive committee. Take me to your base, please. I'll be forever in your debt.
Both Hecate and the FAC soldiers are lost for words. Who could have expected the mighty Dawn to act like this?
It's killing me. Stop talking about that sinner now. Someone's about to die here. I'm dying.
The FAC soldiers recognize Donald for who he is.
Huh? You guys know me?
You're well known for your unique character. We've been wanting to meet you for so long.
The soldiers take Dawn away. Hecate was about to jump in and save Dawn, but an unexpected figure stops her. The person stopping her is Samuel, former Rustfire soldier and a friend of Donald. He helped Dawn save Hecate and Hela during the uprising. Hecate doesn't want to follow Samuel, but she has no choice. If she gets discovered by the FAC, she would be sent back to the MBCC and quarantined for her contamination. The FAC officer knows that Dawn is acting like a mentally unstable lunatic, and that he has a special background. They know he was sent by Paradeisos Hush, aka Shalom, to deal with the current situation. They got this information from the 9th Agency. Hecate and Samuel hide around the FAC outpost while listening to a small communicator. Donald's voice can be heard coming out from the device. Donald is talking to the FAC sergeant about the current situation regarding the Black Ring, Underground and Corpus 002. FAC sergeant revealed crucial information that the person holding out the corruption and buying precious time for humanity is the chief of MBCC. You are alive, chief. Turns out this whole ordeal was Donald's plan all along. He wanted to indirectly let Hecate know that the chief is not dead. Of course, he would. He is a great uncle indeed, looking after his niece. What a great man. With Samuel's help, he succeeded. He did so in hope that this information would soothe Hecate's lonely heart. There is a saying, hope dies last, and with this information, the you chief are still fighting, not giving up, not going down. Hecate won't go down either. She trembles. She had heard countless of dark rumors going around your whereabouts. Alive, dead, turned into a monster, escaped from this hellhole. They all sounded crazy to her. This was the first time in 8 months she heard good, positive and credible news. It was very reassuring. The FAC want to locate Chief at all costs. If they find you and help you regain your consciousness, there is a high chance to stop the Corpseborn and to put this hellish situation to an end. To defeat this Black Ring once and for all, FAC want to enter the Black Ring and they need Donald's help. He's the only one who could navigate through the maze. It's not just an ordinary maze, we are talking about the maze created by the greatest architect in the West District, Julian, the missing leader of Rustfire, the creator of the tower in Drifter's Camp. To retrieve this information, the 9th Agency sacrificed many of their agents. FAC is ready to deploy their army to eliminate the enemies and contain the contamination. Paradeisos has also deployed a special force to find Chief. To save you, Chief, your daughter is willing to go through hell and high water. You are contaminated, and to decontaminate you, we need underground special mania controlling technology. Donald will lure the FAC into holding the enemies back, and our friends will steal what we need. We go sneaky beaky, take our item and leave silently without anyone noticing. Well, that's at least the plan.
No worries, sir. Do what y'all are best at. I'll make sure I stay firmly behind you. Charge, brave soldiers! I'll show you the way! Advance!
Meanwhile, inside the Exiles base, where Matilda and Lavina are trying to help more people who came to seek refuge. Amid the gloom and gloom, there are still a few occasions where people can laugh and smile, all thanks to Greta. Let me remind you that Greta is one of the greatest, a great crazy yoga master who is not scared to lighten up the mood. It has not been easy at all, but thanks to the homeless organization of children helping each other, led by our great daughter Crash. Thanks to them spreading the word, we have been able to recruit many to our cause. Remember, the snotty brat Ika, he has come a long way. Inspired by the great poet Raven, even he does not lose hope in these dark times. Ika has grown fond of our executive officer Matilda, even to a point where he would try to find eye drops for her. Very cute Ika, trying to help the big sister Matilda. Ika has brought great news along with eye drops for Matilda. The Selva doctors are back too. Yes, those goody two-shoes, the organization led by Iron and Anne. Maybe all hope is not lost yet. During these dark times, even children can't catch a break. Sadly, too many of them must prematurely grow up to survive and can't enjoy the beauty of childhood. The stark contrast of East Side children and West Side children lies weighs heavily on Matilda's heart. The reason she's here, the real question is she has been seeking. What is her destination? What is the truth? Will she be finally able to find the truth to the question of her? Who knows? Crash is not getting any better. The circles under her eyes are getting darker each day. The continuous battle is never ending and it wears heavily on her body. In Raven's room, she tries to find solace. She misses Raven a lot. Raven was not just a teacher to her, but also a big sister to Crash. They often fought, argued, but one can't doubt their close relationship. Crash considers Raven's poems to be stupid, but at this point of time, she would do anything to hear them one more time.
The pitch black raven has pitch black eyes. With them, I shall find the light and return it to you. Now, look up and listen close.
If winter comes, can spring be far behind?
The shackle's contamination has slowed down her body's recovery. When Donald carried her here, it freaked me out. But she's still hanging on. Looking on the bright side, now she's only half dead. At least she can still pass on messages to Oak Casket. Rustfire's liaison and top spy hold so much valuable information that has proven useful, right? Don't worry, she won't die so easily. Oak Casket insists that I wake her up. She finds her too loud and bothersome. As soon as Raven wakes up, we'll ask you to come take her back at once.
Mania breaks out in the base, all hell breaks loose, people start panicking, Lavina is trying to comfort those in shock. Don't forget, emotions are the key for Mania to take over. If you fail to control your emotions, the situations will only worsen. The patients are falling deeper into the rabbit hole. Dark thoughts are starting to take over. They fear the Purge Order, the order to wipe out everyone in Rust. Lavina tries her very best to calm them down, giving them a shot of anti-mania sedative, but even that is not enough. The fear of Black Rings is deeply rooted in their hearts. The fear of Paradeisos is deeply rooted in their memories. A dejected refugee and old man surrenders mentally. The Legion and Rustfire have both failed. What can we, a bunch of refugees, do? Nothing will change. There's no escaping this. Disgusted by the children, full of hope, trying their best to spread positivity and hope. As if a mania outbreak in the main base wasn't bad enough. Now we have on our plates the men in black raincoats, carrying black umbrellas. The underground is here, Parma. Meanwhile, the FAC are battling inside the Black Ring. Not only do they have to face off corruptors, but they're also members of the underground inside the maze created by Julian. Donald is just watching and cheering them on like a well-behaved kid, talking on the phone with a Rust member of the 9th Agency. Parma makes an appearance. The legendary evil guy Parma gives a code line and gets sniped down by Rust. Obviously, he doesn't die, but just disperses somewhere else.
Hey, don't get your hopes too high on me. I ain't got any superpowers. All I do is let people down.
Donald wanders around and finds numerous dead bodies. A big fight must have happened here. Undergrounders lying dead, placed in ruins, a violent struggle ensued. Donald is smart and deduces that it must have been done by an ally, by Bai Yi, the monstrous woman who fought off corrupted Zoya and then took her to safety. A lot of people are on Chief's side, on your side, whether you realize it or not. While you were in a coma, certain big chess pieces have been moving around in the shadows. Your influence reaches far and wide, but I don't need to tell you that. Am I right, Chief? Wink wink. The eccentric executive officer Hush's ex-informant, the former leader of Rustfire, who surrendered to Nirvana. Donald, what secrets do you hold? The FAC officer asked. Where is the chief of MBCC? Donald might not be able to sneak off this easily. Hecate and Samuel try to meet at the rendezvous point, dodging crouching tigers and hidden dragons to reach the distant point. Samuel shoots a signal as a response to convey the location to Donald's ally and contact person. Samuel takes out a special item, white item covered in sorcery to conceal themselves with Mania. The underground sorcery, Hecate becomes very suspicious of Samuel. To not lose Hecate's trust, he explains to her it's just an item he obtained to protect them against the underground and Paradeisos. She believes him because they use this type of sorcery back at the refugee camp too. They use it to protect Hela. Even if she believes him, the mania is messing up her emotions even more. She grows uncertain. The contamination is intensifying. The Black Ring influence on Hecate is particularly significant. It's too dangerous here, Hecate. Samuel wants to take her back, but Hecate refuses to leave.
No. I have to find Chief. I can control myself. I can do it.
She refuses to let go. She's here to find Chief. She can't stop now. Hecate can't take it anymore. Every day without you, Chief, is hell for her. Every day, Hela grows weaker and weaker. The entire world is burning and Hecate doesn't know what to do. The mania is trying to take over Hecate. Take a breath, Hecate. Take a deep breath, Hecate. Don't let these thoughts get out of your head. Hecate is resonating with the Black Ring. It's corroding her hatred and trying to control her. It's hopeless. No matter how hard she tries to control herself, it's futile. The black contamination is slowly leaking out of Hecate. The monsters around her notice this dark energy and spot them. The charge towards them to attack them. Hecate and Samuel are in danger. Her eyes grow weary and weak. The black spikes grow bigger and stronger. Nightmare keeps swelling. Without Chief's shackles, without her restraint of the shackles, her willpower is growing weaker by the second. The mania inside Hecate is being ignited.
Unforgivable. Those who hurt Chief and Hela are unforgivable. Hatred, anger, failure, disappointment.
Someone once told her to value her own feelings. Hecate never knew what it meant to have her own feelings, but now for the first time ever, she finally understands. She must face it, acknowledge it, and name it.
You too. That man. And that monster too. Me too. I'm just like you. I hate you too.
Hecate, don't let it pull you in.
As Hecate was about to give in to the madness, rays of white light can be seen severing the monsters and chaotic illusions. A figure stands in front of them, a sinner from the underground. No, this is Bai Yi from the Whitestone Industry. Bai Yi saved your daughter, Hecate. Oh my days, a serious Bai Yi who isn't drinking herself to sleep. The sinner who loves to party all day is now putting in the work. Donald's secret ally, Bai Yi, or is she? She doesn't reply, simply takes out a strange book, object, and hands it over to Hecate.
You're the one who took Zoya away, aren't you? Are you the person we're looking for? Will you save Chief?
Take this. Leave the rest to me. Hurry. Just go. Go!
Lavina dreams about the past. Turns out Samuel and Lavina have a history together. Samuel failed to protect and bring back Lavina's daughter. Ever since then, Lavina hated Samuel and Samuel never forgave himself. This nightmare haunts Lavina and she often wakes up in the middle of the night. She checks up on Hela, dresses up and goes out to see the commotion. Greta can be seen screaming and panicking. What's going on, man? We are under attack. Unknown forces from Paradeisos are attacking the camp. People have broken into the base. Matilda gets questioned by Shorl. Oh god, it's really Paradeisos special Hush Hush unit forces. Matilda tries to place it off as kidnapped, trying to verify information. These are all innocent people. Chief isn't here, but Shorl is not buying it. Shorl won't listen. Shorl is going to check it himself. This is bad. Very bad. We've injured Rustfire members, injured Hela. We can't deal with the special Paradeisos forces right now. Matilda is trying her best to stop Shorl from advancing using her slick and smooth tongue, but it's not working. Shorl questions her loyalties. Matilda Cavendish. Are your actions representing the Cavendish family? She says no, these are purely her own actions. She represents herself and nobody else.
I am Matilda Cavendish, Executive Officer of the West District Reconstruction Committee. My job is to facilitate the reconstruction of West District, open up conversations, bridge the gap, and explore a new future.
Matilda is so cool. She points her gun at Shorl. She openly rebels against the big higher-ups for the sake of the innocent people of Syndicate, even against the odds, even against the invincible Paradeisos, even against her superiors. Matilda will not stand by as innocent bystanders get slaughtered in the name of justice.
If you insist on hurting them, as an adjutant, I must promptly rectify the error of my superior. I will stand against you until the communication is re-established.
Shorl sends the Hush to attack and eliminate Matilda. A huge fight breaks out. The Guardian, Crash, went out to receive a new batch of refugees. Can Matilda hold on until then? Can she survive until Crash returns? At that moment, Corso bursts into the battlefield. Shining with excitement, she swings her gigantic bat.
Forces from Paradeisos? That's a good one. Leave it to me!
A gigantic new enemy from Hush enters the battlefield, cloaked with a blue-white armor. Her helmet hides her identity, but we all know who that is. Am I right? Wink wink? Rahu wink wink? She's without a doubt an elite. She possesses awe-inspiring power. Corso gets excited and the battle between Corso and Rahu begins.
Finally, a proper fucking fight at last!
Stay calm, Corso. You can't beat her. Be careful.
I don't care! I'm sick of those lifeless things! This is the real fight worth having!
They claim this is a rescue mission for the Chief of Minos. Yet the squad consists of no MBCC members, and uses such an aggressive approach. This isn't a rescue, it's a capture.
Lavina tries her best to protect Hela from Shorl. Shorl is set on finding Chief, even if it means waking up Hela and sacrificing her to get any information on Chief, aka Shepherd 13. Hush breaks into the infirmary and attacks Lavina. As Lavina is about to die, countless shadows save her and impale the attackers. Crash, our protective girl, Crash is back. The leader of the homeless is back.
Get out of my way. Don't make me say it again. Do all of you enjoy throwing your power at those weaker than you? Paradeisos and Syndicate are the same in this regard. Both are equally repugnant. How dare you act so high and mighty after barging into someone's home? Calling us rebels. Why don't you teach me what a rebellion really is?
Everyone, stay calm. Don't panic.
The Underground has been trying to manipulate the refugees into falling deeper into despair. The Purge Order is coming. They're all going to kill us. The M value is rising. The contamination suddenly spiked. It's bad right now. Sinners are shackled to Chief, feel a sudden pain.
My head hurts. The shackles. The shackles. Chief. Something happened to Chief.
The Black Ring's activity is surging. The M value has soared to dangerous level. The maze is rapidly expanding. The Black Ring is expanding. The FAC has ventured deep into the maze. There's no going back now. The FAC are ready to sacrifice their lives and try to go even further towards the center where death awaits. Donald tells them to go back. Don't waste your lives, you fools. There's still people in danger who need your protection. Donald will stay behind and gather any information. The FAC felt hopeless. Killing Parma and destroying the sorcerer didn't stop the contamination and the mania keeps worsening. They fell into Underground's trap, wasting their time and energy. The FAC questioned Donald one more time. Where is the Chief, Donald? The FAC are getting desperate, begging Don to reveal the truth. After all, he isn't using his powers. He's clearly hiding them, hiding something. A huge argument ensues between Donald and the FAC captain, throwing in shades about Paradeisos, Purge Order, West District, Black Ring, Underground. Look, it's obvious there is a feud between them, but it's not like Donald doesn't trust them. He knows too well that they only exist to battle Mania and Corruptors, but Donald has a secret he must hide at all costs. A bad premonition hits him firmly, suddenly, while listening to the news that Paradeisos has found out about the hideout of West District refugees. Believing that Chief is located there, even though Chief is not there, it's all Underground's plan. This was their plan all along, to cause total chaos, to mislead Paradeisos. They gave them fake information to lead them into a densely populated refugee base. To reach a mutual trust for their own goals, Donald is going to show off his powers, lightning baby, and in return, the FAC is going to do their best to hold the line. Hecate can't remember how many times she blacked out. Struggling to open her eyes, she realizes she's resting in a small alley of the shifting maze. The maze morphs relentlessly, growing and spreading, as if it was alive, determined to imprison her. Wait, it's not what she thought. Someone is carrying her, an old man, a bent man, struggling to survive too, struggling to escape the maze with her on his back. Samuel is doing his best to get her to safety, even though the black ring is coming to life, worsening the contamination effects. Samuel tells Hecate to hang on the white cube. Its special powers will help her. This bizarre white cube has the power to help Chief, to save Chief.
This is the thing that can save Chief. You've met that person, haven't you? You know Chief's location now, don't you? Then, quick, let's go back. I need to...
Hecate wants to quickly rush to wherever Chief is, but she notices Samuel is in very bad shape, deeply contaminated. PTSD kicks in, deja vu, from when she left Hela to find Chief. When she blindly rushed ahead, deceived by mania, she questions herself. Was Hela awake yet? No matter what she ponders upon, the truth is, the actions that happened that day left Hela in a near-death state.
Why? Were you given an order? Did Donald tell you to look out for me? Why else would anyone go this far?
After suffering through so much, she finally understands the things she hates the most. The target of her hatred isn't Rustfire, it's Hecate herself. She hates how powerless she is, how helpless she is. Without you, Chief, she can't do anything alone. Hecate, you poor girl. Wake up, Chief. Don't you see how much she is in despair? Hecate is in so much pain. Stop sleeping all day and wake the F up.
Please stop. My only concern is Chief. Just following orders. That's not your job. Don't do this for me. I don't get it. And I don't need to. I can't take it anymore. Put me down. You can move faster alone. Hurry, go!
The roaring of the Corruptors can be heard. The camouflage sorcery is broken. They don't have a way to conceal themselves anymore. They can't escape. Samuel puts down Hecate in a corner and takes a deep breath. Samuel is ready to sacrifice his life to distract the Corruptors from Hecate's location.
Don't be hard on yourself, Hecate. You haven't done anything wrong. Ever since I led you into this maze, I made a promise to get you out alive. All of this, it's for me. Really. I wanted to bring you back with me, to make amends for my past regrets. I can't bear the thought of repeating my old mistakes. This was all my choice. You've done nothing wrong. You've always stuck to your goals, fighting and not giving up, even when you were battered and scarred. If I were you, I'd be proud of myself. The real cowards are those who flee from their own fights.
Samuel leaves Hecate confused and alone, hidden in a narrow gap. He walks away, makes a sound to attract their attention. The monsters roar, Hecate screams, and Samuel...
Please, no more of this. Stop being so nice to me. I'm here to finish the job. That's it. I'm too weak. I failed to even keep Chief safe. So don't make me care about anyone else.
Samuel is not dead. In the nick of time, before the monsters shred him to pieces, the greatest of all time arrives. Donald, the leader of Rustfire, with a quick blitz as fast as lightning, he quickly administers sedatives to both.
Good heavens, what on earth happened to you two? Didn't I tell you not to push yourself?
Hey, FAC bro! Over here! Over here!
Quick, get these two back to safety, please. I owe you like 10 huge favors.
That just now... was that your power? I was right. You're a sinner. An incredibly strong one at that. Donald, you must be able to do anything.
Her hands quiver as she hands the white cube to Donald.
I'm just not fast enough. Not strong enough. The things I can't manage. I'm begging you. Please take over.
I was this close to saying yes. I'm really sorry, Hecate. I'd love to be the hero here, but I just can't pull it off this time. We've got something on our tail, and if I don't hold the fort, nobody's getting out of here. That's why I'm counting on you this time. The rescue of Chief is in your hands. You've got to find the person who's most important to you. I can't say much here, but I hope that shackle leads you where you need to go. Stop selling yourself short and forget about needing someone stronger. You're strong in your own right, and there's plenty out there ready to back you up. You've never been the underdog. Go and chase down your dreams by any means necessary. It's up to you now. In return, I'll block all the tailgaters here, making sure you've got a clear run.
Exactly. Say it louder, Donald. Say it one more time, Don. Hecate is a strong, big girl. You can do it, Hecate. I'm your biggest fan. Just do it. The moment has come.
I'll get us back. All of us. I promise to bring every single one of us back safely. They're still there. Still in the mine.
Donald, don't go. You've done this too many times. Your body can't take it anymore.
No. I have to go. I led them here. It's on me to bring them back.
This is the man. According to our observation, he's the most powerful sinner among the rebel group and the focal point of their spirit. Without his influence, the rebel group in the mines started to waver, shaking the foundations of Rustfire.
Spot-on analysis, X. Nirvana's got a serious grudge against him. Can't wait to see him gone. But you've got a different take, right? Let's hear your thoughts.
Nirvana's approach is way too rough around the edges, making the city-state pay a hefty, unnecessary price. If possible, I'd like to optimize the plan. Since this man is their leader, perhaps I could make use of him. That would reduce some cost.
What's the latest with Rustfire? Really rough, I guess. Look, Samuel. I can no longer do anything for the crew. There's this woman from Paradeisos. Slapped a mark on me. Goes like this. The more I despise her, the more I fight back, the more strength I use, the tighter her strings pull on me. Sounds like a bad joke, huh? But it's no joke. I can't stand up to her. She told me to turn on Rustfire, and I just followed suit. I once thought I was unbeatable. Now I'm too chicken to even try my powers. Sorry, Samuel. I'm no hero for Rustfire anymore.
Give in. Let me be your voice. I will take control. That's the power of the mark. I can free your friends.
Shut it. I don't care what you're after, just don't bother me now.
Because you're not real! I've embraced the madness. You think this scares me?
Show yourself, old pal. 9 years apart. You couldn't have forgotten me, right? Weak? What's the real meaning of weakness? Is a number-illiterate leader weak? Is a hot-headed vandal who only knows how to wreak havoc weak? Or you, who have been sneaking and quaking in the shadows for 9 long years? Are you weak? Is there such a thing as absolute strength? Being weak isn't a crime. It's the world that crushes the weak that's truly monstrous. What gives you the right to judge who gets to live? And another thing, don't you ever speak to me with that face! Despicable monster, how dare you!
The FAC managed to save all the injured civilians except for one sinner. They're about to bolster the defenses, reorganize the forces and jump back into the fray. They want to contact the MBCC to drag Hecate back to the Bureau, but Hecate runs away.
I broke free from FAC's grip, even though I once obeyed their every command. But why? Did I do this because I trusted someone? Believed in someone outside of my mission? Is this really the right choice?
Hecate is going through an internal turmoil. She's shaken by her emotions.
The one who matters most. Chief! I want to see Chief! But where should I go and what should I do now? Why is there no one giving me a mission? Please, somebody tell me what to do!
Her mind whirls with thoughts. She doesn't know what to do besides chasing after Chief. She remembers the FAC mentioning about Chief being in the base, so that's where she's headed. The base is not exactly a haven for Hecate, but now she feels an overwhelming urge to return, almost as if it is her only hope for salvation.
Oh right, the base! Ella is there. Matilda, Labina, and countless others are there. I've got to find them.
She dashes ahead, her moves are erratic and unsteady, like a child lost in her thought. Several children lunge out of nowhere, tripping her. Hecate is already teetering on the brink of panic. This frightens her even more.
Mommy! Daddy! Where are you? Misty, please help me! I'm scared! Don't leave me here! I'm really scared!
She attempts to distance herself from the children, but realizes that this act only heightens their fear, leading to more intense sobbing. The cries of children further stresses Hecate out, making her feel as though she is facing a mirror image of herself.
I wasn't given the mission of helping you. I'm running out of time. I need to save Chief.
What should I do?
There's no order for me to follow.
What's the right move here? What should I do? Hecate, she's on her own, at a loss for what to do next.
You've got to decide for yourself.
This time, it's my turn to protect you.
She calls out Nightmare with all her strength, commands Nightmare to stay here and protect the kids until the FAC can take care of them. Her body shakes, struggling to catch her breath. She runs, dashes away.
Stay here! Keep them safe!
Now all alone without Nightmare, she sprints down the street. No Nightmare for protection, no Chief for help, no one to lead the way. Shore relays a message to Rahu. We have fallen into a trap. Paradeisos finally realized that this was a trap set by the underground to stir up mania in the Black Ring. Shore is very sad. Without X, without Shalom, they are on the receiving end of this. A huge setback for Paradeisos' forces. Paradeisos' elite Rahu only replies with Matilda notices that Hecate has returned and that she's heavily contaminated.
Where's Chief?
Hecate is overwhelmed with the information, but the sight of Hela deep in contamination hits her heart. Her friend's pain feels almost tangible to her. Hecate feels guilty because if she didn't blindly go out before, Hela might not have been in such a bad shape. Hecate places the white cube on Hela, hoping for a miracle. For a moment she forgets it was meant for you, Chief.
Hela, please, wake up. I'm so sorry. This is all on me. I'm truly sorry. Chief, where are you? I'm begging you. Please, respond.
Dark spikes of light slowly appear, but this time a faint, wavering voice drifts out from the turmoil of the contamination.
You know where she's at. Retrieve your shackles. You can sense them. Find her. She's waiting for you. She relies on you. I'll deal with the obstacles in the way for you.
You are...
Go. It's all on you now.
Hecate hears Julian's voice. Julian tries with his last remaining power to guide Hecate to where Chief is. Julian using his last remaining energy to part the sea of mania that drowns everything to reveal the truth hidden beneath the chaos. In that split second, Hecate sees a person at the very end of the shackles, Chief.
I figured out where Chief is. I want to go. I need to.
Lavina encourages her to go. She swears she will protect Hela in the meantime. Matilda and Hecate join forces to reach Chief. The mania in Drifter Camp is far more severe than anywhere else. It has practically become a hell zone, but even so, Hecate with help from fellow sinners make it to the very depths, returning to the long-lost Romanesque monument, spotting Dudu.
Where's Chief? Where is she? I need to save her.
Stop! Don't go any further! You'll get—
Charles and Rahu meet Garden's mentor, Kokolik, Sumires, Garofanos, Tistos and Gekabijin's leader. Paradeisos have found where Chief is truly located. Why else would Coco be here?
What does it matter if she's here? You think you guys can lay a finger on her? Taking your sweet time to get here. But now it's worth the wait. I won't have to hunt you down to settle our scores.
Tell them, Coco, tell them. Team Coco any day. Coco kept her promise to protect Chief until Chief wakes up. Coco swore on her name to protect her from the shadows, and so she has and will do. The duel of titans, intense and unyielding, a battle between two S-rank sinners, sounds clashing, earth vibrating and corruptors hiding. Hecate fights her way down there, fighting corruptors after corruptors, whatever it takes to reach Chief. Hordes of them, too many, a sounds of gunshots can be heard. Hecate looks up, it's Oak Casca, the whole manager of Romanesque. Oak, another S-rank sinner, clears up the path for her.
Go. It's all the same in the end.
Hecate can't focus anymore on anything else. She forces open a door to the basement. Now overwhelmed by contamination, there she lies, the one she cherishes the most. For 8 whole months, Hecate has been waiting, hoping, praying for you to be alive, Chief.
Chief!
Chief, you're in a heated clash with Mania, going toe-to-toe with BR002. Desperately, your daughter slams the white cube on your chest, hoping for the suffering to end, hoping that the contamination gets defeated.
Chief, wake up!
The entire defense grid is pushed to its limit. The black ring pollution is rapidly expanding, hitting a tipping point. FAC soldiers are falling left and right. Corruptors keep storming the barrier. Mania energy is violently bursting back and forth, causing the edges of the black ring to expand at an alarming rate. Crash yells.
Turn around! Head back now! Find cover underground and stay hidden! Oh, damn it! This is all the shadows I've got. I can't keep all these people safe.
The mania inside the injured has spiraled out of control. We have run out of hypercubes and even sedatives aren't working. Lavina, where are you? Greta yells for help. Hurry back. Greta finds Lavina, his guardian angel, but she has hit rock bottom, depressed. Black spikes of light pierce through her, but beneath her lies a girl injured. Lavina continues to protect Hela. Even though Lavina's injuries are severe, she has been bearing this burden all along, yet still protecting the others from till now. Greta sobs, cries, but vows to step up. We have to get shelters operational and there are people who can help. Greta, what a hero, what a chat, stepping up for Lavina. When it matters the most, you can count on Greta, even when all hope seemed lost, even when their leader Lavina is down, depressed, and even under attack by not only Mania, but Paradeisos, Underground, and all hell in West District. Greta swears he will lead everyone to refugee. He will do it, everything he can in his power.
Chief, please, I'm begging you, wake up!
Hecate tries to apply the white cube onto your chest, but she keeps getting burned by the contamination.
Why isn't this working? Wasn't it supposed to stop the contamination? To save people? Is it because I'm not strong enough? Or did I mess up something earlier?
Hecate, don't cry, man. I can't handle this. I might as well cry a river together, Hecate. Wake up, Chief, goddammit.
Chief, please. I need you to wake up, or I can't do anything. Please, I'm begging you. Come on, wake up.
The contamination creeps into Hecate. She slowly falls unconscious, slumps into the ground in front of you, engulfed in contamination. It's too late. Everything is too late. Parma laughs. He's having the best time of his life. He's deeply satisfied at the current situation. He's fulfilled his duties and snared those destined for demise, meticulously paved the path for destruction. Nurturing black rings has never relied on some underground sorceries. Mania is the emotion, the ring is the connection, and naturally only the human heart can cultivate them. Before he could say any more words, gunshots can be heard. Bang, 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 bang. Langley, the Ninth Agency boss, obliterates Parma's physical form.
Marta, Red Jay, Padrone, Viper, Azur. Your mission's accomplished. Nicely done. Take a rest. No more late nights for you. Next.
A lot of agents died during this mission. Langley looks towards the boiling black ring. Lightning storms wreaking havoc in the tower. Bolts of lightning flying everywhere. Misty sounds of thunder. Donald is fighting Corruptors and Corpseborn. The black ring avatar mocks Donald.
Stay sharp! This battle isn't done yet! I'm still standing and ready to take you on!
It's always the same with you. Always a step behind. Too late to make a difference.
The mysterious avatar reveals itself. It's Julian fused with BR-002 Corpseborn. Chief, you swing open the last gate of the maze, greeted by the sight of a very well-known lookout. No sign of Julian's. It's eerily quiet, with no soul around, just a lone wheelchair resting quietly against the lookout's edge. The black and white world is slowly drenched in a red glow, closing in on you. You have a feeling that you are a moment away from reaching the other world. Chief, it's time to leave this place. After 8 months, the black ring is completely unleashed. As Hecate was on the verge of collapsing to the ground, a hand catches her. Well done, Chief, welcome back. Sadly, there is no rest for the wicked. Paradeisos wants to activate the local Purge Order.
Activate the local Purge Order.
We couldn't stop it after all, could we? Employing the Purge Order is the sensible option here. You wouldn't want everyone in the West District to end up as her prey. But even that won't stop her.
Is this what they call the future?
This is the only form of equality you'll ever get.
You, the humble overgrounder, have truly given your all. You've not only met, but exceeded my expectations. While other misguided fools attempted to challenge the might of that ring you crafted did prove to be a hindrance. Quite the headache, I must admit. But now, it's time. Feel proud of the grandeur in your humble existence. And then find peace in fading. You can place your trust in me for everything. You gave it your all, but it was still beyond your control. This is Syndicate's Black Ring, a destiny millions have chosen for decades, set in stone. Neither you nor I can alter its course.
Not on my watch!
The reports of the Purge Order reach the base. Lavina wants to take them all. She urges people to stay calm, one step at a time. Friends from Outland try their best to supply them, but even so, we are running out of meds. The base is swamped by the injured, and we just got the last batch of supplies. It doesn't look like they will be able to make it through again. Greta made another journey to Salva. Nurse Anne Mestelville helped us out, gave us a bunch of meds, and the Dr. Iron was busy with a ton of emergency surgeries. Salva is truly pushing their limits to help as many as they can. Don't forget, as the sinners of MBCC, they also are suffering from the feedback of mania. It's a very difficult time for everyone. Everyone is collapsing due to the pollution. More and more refugees are coming in and everyone is on the edge. Lavina says she's fine. She handled Drifter Camp. She believes she can handle this one too. We only have 46 hours before the Purge Order. The kids in the camp are helping too. They are copying flyers with Raven's poems. Raven always knew how to lift spirits up. The homeless are trying their best. We will save as many as we can. Samuel and Lavina meet at last. It's not a happy welcome situation. Let bygones be bygones. Right now, they need to unite, get as much help as possible to deal with the current situation. Samuel tells Lavina that over at Eastside, Quinn, the organization led by the S-rank sinner Irene, has established a few makeshift settlements in White Sands, giving them all a place to take shelter. That's a huge relief. Lavina will handle the coordination. Before she leaves, she thanks Samuel for looking after Hecate, and that he doesn't have to apologize because she does not deserve it. The common folks can't endure the surface much longer. The contamination is too intense. Anyone who doesn't find shelter fast enough soon turns into corruptors. Ika is trying to keep everyone motivated. Suddenly a man snatches a fly right out of Ika's hands. This dejected refugee doesn't believe in the kids. This doesn't believe in hope, in something good happening, in a miracle. Ika stands his ground. He refuses to run, refuses to give up. Crash watches in silence.
Excuse me? I'm your ride out of here. One of the convoy crew. A kid. If you're terrified and looking for a way out, get your bags and family sorted. Keep your wits about you. Form an orderly line and register here with me. Yeah. Whatever you say. I'm up to my ears here. If you're not gonna help, at least don't stand in the way. You've got a voice that carries. Rather than barking at those kids, how about you wash out your mouth and give me a hand hollering for attention? Remember that chat we had earlier?
Horror, oh my god, it's Horror. I missed you, looking very fancy, I must say. Horror to the rescue.
You're the shorty from the Legion, huh?
That little guy was so riled up that he was nearly in tears. You're not gonna back him up? Isn't he one of your crew?
Back him up for what? The guy wasn't exactly lying. I'm not naive enough to think a couple of sappy poems mean the world's all sunshine and rainbows. And besides, the homeless aren't under my command. I'm just like them. Bunch of kids without a proper home. What about you? Haven't seen your kind around Syndicate for ages. Did the Legion call it quits?
Of course not. The Legion commander's right here. The 9th Agency shipped us off, so we found something to do out there. Convoy work is old hat for us. Then this guy, an executive officer, told me to take down a satellite town early. We've got enough of hypercubes for now. You can stay with us for a while till you all find your way. Everyone's counting on me to get you out of here.
Horror is now the Legion's commander, oh my chief, Zoya's successor, right in flesh, shipped out by the 9th Agency. Very interesting turn of events. When in dire need, allies arrive. Who would have thought it would be the Legion under Horror's command? But while she looks cool and as Cucumber, Crash can see that the Horror is also affected by the shackles.
Really? You seem like the right person for it. Those kids are your responsibility now. I've got other stuff to handle.
You're not leaving with us?
Like I've said before, I'm not one for those naive fairy tales.
You seem to be in the same camp with that downbeat guy. Oh, and just so you know, he came to me just now. Told me he's caught mania, doesn't think he's got much time left, and isn't planning on leaving. He insisted on freeing up his spot in the car for someone else, particularly those kids who've got their whole lives ahead. Urged me to get you out fast, so you don't end up dying here.
Wow, look at that. The gloomy guy cares about the future and the kids. Look at him, what a tsundere. Crash stays silent and walks off. The Cavendish family wants Matilda to return and not to die under the Black Ring, but Matilda refuses to go. She wants to stay fighting until the bitter end. She offers the spot to Corso.
Corso, we're all set. You can make your move to Eastside.
What Eastside?
Didn't you always ask me to get you to Eastside? Everything's in place now. Time for your getaway.
Think I'm leaving because I'm scared to die? Don't lump me in with those weaklings. It's these ever-hesitant, spineless wimps I can't stand. And that's why I don't want to be here. Sure, those Rustfire guys are single-minded, obsessed with those shackles. But at least they're not all talk. They're willing to fight and actually want to fight. Unlike these cowards today. Just looking at them is irritating.
Both Corso and Matilda stay to fight, together united as a couple, even though they are from a completely different family background. If you didn't know them personally, Chief, it might look like a princess and a peasant in love. Forbidden romance. A couple who often fights, they're not that type of couple. I mean, they are the type of couple. Anyway, the 9 agents along with Paradeisos elites are en route to the Black Ring, going all in targeting Underground. This time they're ready to pull out all the stops. Chief, right now you are taking care of Hela and Hecate. Even though you regain your consciousness, the shackles remain contaminated with BR-002's corruption. Chief, you are very demotivated, whether due to the mania corruption or because of the intense 8-month battle that's affecting the rest of the survivors.
Where is Chief?
She's taking care of Hecate and Hela. When the Black Ring burst, those 2 kids were under a lot of stress. Even if she regains consciousness, the shackles remain contaminated with BR-002's corruption, and Chief isn't having an easy time either. Plus,
I'm not part of Rustfire. Not your leader either. I'm not in a position to save anyone. Sorry. Please give me some room.
Lavina mentions that Chief used to be a warm and gentle person. However, the way she is now gives off a strong sense of aloofness, which is unsettling. The past few months, Chief's psyche has been relentlessly influenced by the mania. Now that she's awakened, is she still the same person she used to be?
She's with Hela and Hecate now, so everything should be fine. I'm sure she's still her old self.
Even though you woke up, Chief, the situation didn't get much better. With the Purge Order, hope still seems so far away, but people haven't given up yet. The citizens of the West District haven't given up yet. Salva is fighting, Outland is fighting, Quinn is fighting, the Legion is fighting, the refugees are fighting, and lastly the kids from the homeless organization are still fighting. Don't give up, Chief. The world might look bleak today, but who knows what will happen tomorrow.
Really? The shackles still aren't fixed, and Hela's still out. Chief keeps pushing so hard. Did I mess up somehow? The white cube, painstakingly secured by many, was in my hands, and I couldn't get it to Chief in time. I tripped and fell multiple times, clueless about where to head, wasting precious time. Ran into some strangers, but I couldn't push them away. I even left Nightmare behind. I couldn't fight at all as I went back. I got lost. Somehow made it back here to the base. Because I didn't have enough info and, well, I was clueless about what to do next. So my gut reaction was to seek help from somebody else. I'm sorry, Chief. If I were stronger, more steadfast, I wouldn't have let us down. Then you and Hela would have been completely healed by now. The fact that Hela is in this condition, it's my fault too. I'm so sorry. I'm just too weak.
Hecate, don't cry. The one who is wrong is Chief. Chief should have done better. See this, Chief? All your fault. If you didn't slack off, Hecate wouldn't be in so much despair.
The Purge Order will commence in 43 hours. Attention all personnel. Evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately.
Time is really running out. Donald enters the Black Ring, swarmed by the memories of the past. PTSD kicks in. It's rough. Black Rings trigger a long time no see, old friend.
Okay, time to perk up and blaze a new trail. So this is the Black Ring's trickery. Long time no see. Enough of this. These nightmares are old news to me. I escaped your clutches years back, and I could do it again now. You can't fool me. I'm the only one here this time, and I won't allow you. I won't let you harm them again. Not on my watch. Ouch!
Before he could say all his baddest lines, you slap him on the head. Blinking away the shock, he looks up to find you standing before him. You and Donald are not the only ones in the Black Ring. Loud echoes, growls and tremors can be heard. The two of you decide to head for the top of the tower. Chief, you are still brave and witty. That is great to know.
Hey, I'm the one who's carrying you up there. You walked in here all high and mighty, had me thinking you were some big shot. And then you barely make it a few steps? Oh, have your muscles withered from too much downtime? What? Weighing me down? I could carry 10 like you and still bust out a dance or do some parkour. No sweat at all.
How romantic, Chief, carrying you like a princess and beating up corrupted underground and Paradeisos forces. During the battle, Don's PTSD kicks in. Tragic memories of the past haunt him to this day, and to save Don, you need to slap him to wake him up. Don, after all this time, still carries the fire of Rustfire with him. It might look like he's going to his death, but that is not the case. He's going to protect you. He promised Hecate, and he's set on surviving this. Suddenly, Rahu appears, a Paradeisos elite. Don encounters the attack. Shor demands you to come with them. They manage to find you in this gigantic towering maze. It is because Don is marked by Hush's ex, Shalom.
That's because I have ironclad determination. I steered clear of my abilities for 9 long years to escape your grip, sculpting my muscles into a powerhouse.
Shor recognizes that Don is an S-class sinner, powerhouse with a potential to make a monumental contribution to humanity.
Really? That Hush has been sidelined, huh? If only you told me sooner, I would have thrown caution to the wind. Looks like her absence is throwing a wrench in your plans, isn't it? So, what happened? Got beaten by the underground again?
Amidst the fierce fight, you notice that Rahu is a sinner. Keep it in mind, at this point of the story, Chief doesn't know about Rahu's identity. She's as clueless. I mean, to be fair, you were in a coma for 8 months after all. After finding out this fact, you send your shackles. These shackles instantly subdue Rahu. Sadly, the shackles are right now in a damaged state, so you don't have the full control over them, but the attack was still effective. Shor's voice changes. A different Paradesian took over the voice communication. Edge01 takes over and proposes to Chief a different plan. Instead of fighting each other, how about we unite to fight off Underground and Black Ring? They give you choices, but honestly all of them are very bad. You have 27 hours left to decide what to do. Until then, Paradeisos will not attack you, but once the time left, the Purge Order will commence and millions will die. Dawn is not happy.
That's enough. She doesn't have to follow the paths you're laying out for her. 9 long years. And you all haven't changed a bit. Still pulling the same stunts. We've got our own mission, our own questions to unravel. Those who have never bothered to see us eye to eye have no business bossing us around here.
The tower is shaking. Don pulls out his grappling hook and whisks you away from the collapsing floor.
Huh? Are my injuries gone? Injuries that severe? How is that even...
What's there to be astonished about? Isn't this completely normal? This is East Side, not that outdated Syndicate.
The district is stuck in its old ways, oblivious to the fact that technology has evolved.
what does it mean?
It means that the skilled technicians you've been looking up to have become a thing of the past.
This could be a dangerous trip. Are you sure you're all right with that?
Amidst adversity, this is the courage required. I'll clear a path for you.
They're working their hearts out on production, dealing with gang harassment every night. They hardly have a moment.
You're all complete idiots, believing you can negotiate with us. If it weren't for someone pulling the strings in the media, Nirvana wouldn't even waste time on you. Seriously, why bother rescuing him? Those Paradeisos are also a headache.
Observation has verified that another powerful mania being has penetrated BR-002, obliterating the anomaly. This resulted in an instant dissipation of over half the energy possessed by the corpse-borns. That intruder bears a striking resemblance to SHP. No, even more formidable. It must be the only experimental subject taken from the underground lab of Lone Island in NF-103.
What kind of nourishing? What test are you talking about? I thought we were here to negotiate, to talk about the future of the West District.
We've put everything on the line. And you're up to what exactly? Screw you! Are we nothing more than expenses to you? Is human life just an expense to you? What do you take us for?
I was in the dark. Whether the victory we were so passionately chasing means anything, how far the enemy we thought we could stand up to has evolved. I was totally out of the loop, unaware that the West District's heyday had long gone, blind to my own limitations, yet naively believing I can play the hero to save the world. How stupid. Samuel, it's not your fault, nor anyone else's. It was a blind fool who walked you into that dead end. The real mistake has always been mine.
Donald, man, you have been through so much pain. How are you still strong and still standing after all the hell you have experienced? Don, you deserve praise. Manipulated by young Shalom, who was manipulated herself. Man, Paradeisos, these people, they deserve no rest. Don, having constantly nightmares but hanging on. Don knew the moment he entered this black ring. Even before that, the first time he laid eyes on this maze, something crossed his mind. This handiwork was made to shield the people from corpse-born and enemies. The constantly rising black ring, high tower, it keeps growing upward, pushing the epicenter of pollution further and further away from the people. Julian's deepest desires, he has never given up. These 8 months, Julian has been fighting the hardest of everyone. Of all, crippled man in a wheelchair, no functioning legs, weak and bony but still fought the hardest. Not a single day went by where Julian wouldn't rest. Underground, they thought they could exploit Julian? Hell no. Julian triumphed and used the opportunity to turn their misfortunes around. Julian's determination knows no bounds. His determination is second to none. Julian hasn't thrown in the towel. The shackles alone couldn't have held back the black ring for 8 long months. It's Julian's unyielding spirit battling mania, restraining the black ring. Just a guy with no superpowers, not a sinner, no special underground sorcery, no Paradeisos technology, just a guy with balls as big as Jupiter. Sadly, he isn't alive anymore. With his final strength, he steered Hecate to save you, Chief, to rescue you from the clutches of mania.
I've always been too trusting, and it's bitten me before. So, I'm putting my faith in you now, Chief. Tell me honestly, could Julian still be alive? Does his determination linger in this black ring? Oh, that's a relief to hear. So, this place is essentially a massive drifter camp. And Julian? Still the same old Julian. Don't let his constant self-deprecation and his begging around to be a leader fool you. When it all comes crashing down, when Rustfire hits the hardest, he's always the last one standing.
Julian, in his final moments, nudged you to safety and stayed back till the very end. Corpus 002 is coming back to life soon. Julian knew that, and that's why he created a maze that will rise up, using mechanism to delay the inevitable. allowing everyone a chance to flee. Julian was powerless to stop the Black Ring's relentless growth, and that's why he chose to funnel his energy into the high tower.
I am weak. Always have been. No sturdy legs to stand on. No formidable power to wield. Nor a constantly soaring spirit to fight with. So, it's a constant cycle of failure. A never-ending loss for me. But even for someone like me, there are still roles I can fulfill.
Julian and Donald, strongest leaders of Rustfire, cut from the same cloth, were the most stubborn. Don believes in you. You are the only person who can save the West District. Donald's best friend sacrificed his life to save you. You are this city's shepherd, the second Black Ring's envoy, the idol who ignited the craze in Rustfire, and the shackler of the sinners. He grabs your hand, a burst of red light erupting, impaling his wrist. He's going to rely on you whether you like it or not. A burst of red light and your voice directly pierces Donald's mind, turning absolute determination into an absolute command. This is the prohibition, and sinners can't defy it. Don't let himself get shackled.
Is this the prohibition? Just like Margaret's rolling pin, it makes you utterly powerless. Looks like Julian sacrificing lives for your sake really got on your nerves. Don't worry, I'm not cut out for this. I can't even meet other people's expectations, so why would I do that to you? Good talk, though. Go after what you want. You're here for something you want too, right? After it's all said and done, once we're out of here, you'll have to repay me for sure. As you command, my lady. But from here on out, you'll have to be on your own for a while. Give me a moment to slack off and catch up with some old pals. Hearing you, I really do miss them. I'll catch up with you later.
Just before the pollution could capture both of you, Don sends you high above using the grappling hook. Just you alone while he goes to chat with some old pals. Using his lightning powers, he unleashes a massive arc, destroying all the pursuers.
We're the remnants of a past era. In our time, we didn't look down on the weak, and being cruel wasn't a badge of honor. In that era, we didn't mock ideals. I can wholeheartedly say that everything I've done has been driven by love. Love for friends, love for ideals, love for every person around us who's fighting to make it. Love for this syndicate, love for all the beauty that's been lost, and the potential that's yet to be realized. Time marches on, and maybe our era has already come to an end. The new era has seen its fair share of cruelty and places greater emphasis on power and profit. But even this era will eventually become history. What will the next era look like? It will undoubtedly be shaped by those who are currently fighting the fight. I can't wait.
22 hours left before the Purge Order will commence. Time is running out, Chief. The entire base is on fire and evacuation is top priority right now. The Legion has been going back and forth transporting people. Ika is dashing around distributing flyers. The dejected old man is angry at Ika for trying to get the message out. At this point, instead of seeking haven, Crash wants to send him away, but the old man refuses to go. Inspired by Ika, he wishes to help, to do the work instead of these young leaflings. Crash has a moment of realization. She has been thinking a lot about ravens. No, Ray's poems, her teaching materials and how much she praised Syndicate. She has a difficult time believing any of it, but Crash misses Ray. Crash has always lived in the shadows. Crash has never seen the light Ray talks about. Crash knows that not even Ray herself believes some of the things she says, but now Crash really regrets it.
You're inciting a bunch of delusional fools to die! Quit acting. If I had known your real motive, I never would have believed those lies.
When this war is over, take the children back to class. After my mission ends, I won't need to travel anymore. I'll rebuild Syndicate Academy and teach you well. Believe it or not, I didn't create this school to trick you into fighting. I want you to live and grow up in peace. I want more people to see my adorable student.
If only she had taken it more seriously. Yes, probably the same future would happen again. Yes, maybe not much could be done even if she did, but at least she would be able to hold her head up high, knowing that she tried her very best.
I regret not taking action sooner, not talking to you earlier, not bringing more people together. Even if we ended up hurt and bleeding, if only I had done more! Even if things turned out the same, I wouldn't be this full of regret. It's not the things I used to hate that I despise. It's myself. Let what's in the past rot. Syndicate is in such a dark place now, and I had no hope for anyone in the past to improve it. I'm still not counting on anyone. You told a lot of lies, but at least one thing you said was true. Whether I like it or not, the future's going to hit me hard. So I am going to take action and make it listen to me.
Horror likes Crash, her guts. Crash might not have complete faith in her ability to turn the tide, but she has grown wary of regret. Horror is leading the Legion. Horror is not the same helpless girl anymore. She has grown strong. There is a saying, you mature a lot when you have no other option left.
Just go ahead. I'll stay.
But... Horo...
Call me Commander. The Legion Commander never flees from combat.
Where am I? Hecate? Dummy?
Hela gradually opens her eyes. She quickly recognizes that she's with Lavina, inside a car driving through the streets to safety. Chief, thanks to you waking up, the shackles are much stronger now. Hela's regeneration abilities are slowly but surely returning. A collapsing wall crashes, obstructing their way. Lavina tries to help Hela escape. Even though Hela is recovering, she's still very injured and far from ready to walk by herself. Corruptors catch up to them. Lavina opens fire to fend them off. They take shelter amidst the rubble. Lavina promises to protect Hela at all costs. Hela feels bad for holding Lavina back. Lavina doesn't want Hela to apologize. She doesn't feel like she deserves it. Lavina just wishes to redeem herself, at least a little bit, because she is guilty. In March, after Chief returned to Drifter Camp, Lavina also picked up a weapon and took to the streets to join the violent riots. Matilda told her that the shackles within her were already corrupted and that it was the mania twisting her, but Lavina deep down knows that it's not the true answer. Lavina has always considered revenge as the only option because the monsters took her daughter away. Not a day went by where she wouldn't forget, nor a night without nightmares. Sophie is her daughter. Sophie was murdered and has been tormenting Lavina all these years. In a moment of weakness, she let the toxic wave flood her mind and regretted it ever since. The day she snapped out of it was when her Rustfire companions were going after a kid, after Hela. Ever since that day, she has massively regretted her actions. What have we become? To do this to a kid even younger than Sophie. How did things end up like this? Why did things go so far? The same suffering Sophie went through, the same thing happened to Hela. Lavina feels guilty because of her actions. She feels as she's no better than the devils of Nirvana. Hela forgives Lavina.
I see now. All of Lavina's actions. They were all for her daughter. It all makes sense now. You really had those Rustfire troublemakers eating out of your hand. Always on the ball and super efficient. You take care of everyone so thoughtfully, plus your pancakes taste like the best thing in the world. I can still recall. Just before I blacked out, Chief was gone. And there was Hecate, out on the streets, trying to be a hero. There were loads of crazies on the other side. I thought, if I went down fighting for my friends, that would be the bravest thing. Friends have always meant everything to me. But at that moment, you showed up. As I was nearly at my limit, you fought your way through the crowd, yelling and shoving them aside. When shoving wasn't enough, you dove over me to shield me. You yelled so hard you lost your voice. In an instant, my courage just evaporated. I was so scared, I couldn't let go. Dared not to even peek outside. All I wanted was to hold on to you tightly. It's such a strange feeling. I, the Rat Queen of the Syndicate, have always been the one stepping up, looking out for others. Never once did I rely on someone else to protect me. When did I turn so cowardly, so worthless? Lying down for so long, it doesn't make any sense. But now I get it. The one who stepped in to save me back then was a mother. I had no mom and dad. Before I made any friends, it was just me, making my way through Syndicate. I never really understood what others meant when they talked about a mother. In your embrace, my mind was filled with... But my actual mom left me behind ages ago. You aren't my mom. You aren't as strong as I am. Aren't used to being a sinner. Aren't used to the shackles. Not seasoned by the world as I am. Nor familiar with the corners of Syndicate. You can't shield me from anything. Yet, you've opened my eyes to wonders I never knew existed. Stay put, Lavina. You're not the one who can protect me. I should be the one protecting you. Fuck. 99. Hecate. And... that dummy chief. I'm really starting to miss you all. I wish I was strong like you guys. Why am I this weak? Bring it on, you bunch of losers. I can take on all of you.
Even Horror is getting affected massively by the Black Ring.
This is the Black Ring. This is what they were up against that day. You vile creature! It wasn't enough to take our boss, my brother, and now you have the audacity to appear before me, slaughtering even more? Go back to where you came from! I won't let you get away with this!
Amongst this despair, Ika is still trying to save everyone. He tumbles down and falls. A mud-stained and gloomy old man helps him up. The guy who was often crying is now backing Ika up. He really came back to hell. Let's do this, old man. No more playing it safe. It's do or die time. Before dying, might as well do something heroic.
My last act? Something to remember! Hang tough, kiddo!
Crash sends them up flying up to a building. Her shadows dissolve into the night. Crash is growing weaker and weaker by the second. With no support left, she plummets downwards. A myriad of leaflets cascading around her, brushing past her hands.
Those sappy poems again. What's written? Up there. It's too dark. I can't see it.
It's been quite a while. And I've had more than my fair share of obstacles. Still, it's great to see you again, Bye. Or is it that you really hate me so much?
Hate? No way. My life is too valuable to squander on feelings like that. If you hadn't shown up to wreck my place, I'd have been content to live and let live.
This is what you call home?
Could it not be? I got hot pot, good booze, a pushover I can borrow from without paying back, and these gullible employees I can mess with. On the overground, everyone looks out for themselves, guarding their tiny slice of the world. Maybe a few close pals. That's just more my style. I'm just a small fry, not cut out for your lofty ambitions. This spot's good enough for me. I'm fine meeting my end right here. But if I'm going down,
I'll take you with me.
I've never heard you speak like this before. Looks like you finally found something to live for. Which I find comforting.
Underground's shepherd took care of Bai Yi, raised her. Shocking news. Bai Yi, alcoholic by day, protector by night.
I'll take you away.
Taran, we missed you, man. I'm so sorry, Taran. My predictions were wrong on all fronts. Taran passed away, turned into a corruptor, but to this day, even as a corruptor, he never forgot his last mission by Julian, to bring back Chief. You hear a dazed voice. Shalom questions, how did it up here?
Looks like things have only gone downhill in the months I've been gone. But with you around, we'll find a solution, no doubt. All right, take a deep breath. Focus on what's important to you.
As you come closer, you see the woman offering a very faint smile.
Nice to meet you, Chief. Or is it more apt to say, long time no see?
Shalom, the puppet master behind the scenes, the things she had to go through to reach this point. Months, years of planning, everything had to be meticulous, calculations after calculations, rigorous proofing, but even after everything, she did not expect to see this scenario unfold, not even in her wildest dreams. Shalom and Chief all alone.
I'm a uniquely altered sinner, designed to combat disasters. Part of my consciousness is anchored in the mania field of the second black ring, constantly observing, constantly analyzing. Your shackles happen to be closely linked with the second black ring as well. So, is this the reason I am able to meet you again? It's nothing short of a miracle. I'm glad to see everyone has taken such good care of you. But our link is fragile. There are plenty in the second black ring who can't stand me. I might have to make an exit any time. Better to focus on the matter at hand and use our time wisely. You look like you're in a bind. Need a hand? I'm good at analyzing situations and solving difficult problems. I'm also... well, I used to be Paradeisos' proudest tool. It's out of order now, and might not be of much help. But I know you wouldn't mind, would you?
Shorl is Paradeisos' watcher and spokesman, all in one, programmed to drill the rules into you.
Are you willing to sacrifice yourself for the greater good of humanity? Did he say that? Rest assured, he wasn't lying to you. It's just that, from Paradeisos' standpoint, this is the only plan they are willing to accept. But clearly, you still have a choice.
She gets closer to you, slips her hand into her coat's inner pocket, and draws out the white cube you got from Hecate.
This comes from the underground, right?
Her fingers gently press against your chest, right over your heart. She can feel the heartbeat of your heart going doki-doki.
Moreover, Paradeisos will never understand. Julian, Rustfire, and those in this black ring. The kind of feelings they harbor for you. They're too proud to bother understanding. I'm grateful for their haughtiness.
Shalom explained to us there are only 3 options presented to us. First option, Paradeisos wants you to sacrifice your life together with the Corpseborn. Second option, leave behind everything and start a new life far away. Let Underground have their way. Third option is Shalom's personal idea. Her words are sincere, but her gaze is teasing, appraising you as if curious about how you will react. When met with only silence, the woman who claims to be pawn of Paradeisos chuckles.
Trust your intuition and stay true to yourself. Just like you've always fought bravely. You are capable of doing it.
She steps closer, gazing into your eyes, looking beyond you as if seeing a multitude of others.
This represents a magnificent will. One that shouldn't be manipulated by Paradeisos or undermined by the underground, nor corrupted by mania. Maybe it's better if you embraced it.
Chief, do you understand what Shalom just told you? This is huge. Chief, the people of the West District stand with you, stand behind you. And no, I'm not talking about the living, they of course do. But I mean the dead, they still linger, and if you wish to burn around the world, they will help you out. In return, they want everyone who trampled on Syndicate to pay.
Plus, the chief I knew would definitely favor this route, right?
Everyone who came here has the same faith and conviction. You are the hope of Syndicate. We will give you everything to help you succeed.
Take all my hypercubes! With you, we'll definitely win! Take back Syndicate!
As long as you live, you can motivate everyone. You're a born leader. You'll lead us to the battlefield.
Don't worry, I'm not cut out for this. I can't even meet other people's expectations, so why would I do that to you? It's not about Rustfire, nor is it about saving the world. It's about cherishing what matters most to you. You've come to discover the truth and put an end to it all, so you can return to their side, alive and well.
Chief, you carried a heavy burden. I know, Chief, I have been with you this entire journey. You are sorry to Shalom, even though you don't know her, or to be more precise, you can't remember her. You can't live up to her expectations. The one who wants you to choose the third option, to seize the power and rebel against it all, is Shalom herself.
My expectations? Oh my, am I really wearing my heart on my sleeve these days? Hope you're not upset with me. I wasn't trying to probe.
Don't worry, Shalom. Chief gets it. Chief also has something to share with you. Chief, you have your own goals, searching for the right solutions, and you know you can't do it alone. So you reach out your hand to Shalom. Shalom, will you lend me a hand?
Go on. I'm all ears. I'm really interested.
Before you finally open your eyes, you remember Shalom blushing red and smiling. In that empty world of nothing, a clear fast doki doki sound was heard, Shalom's heartbeat. Sadly, you don't have more time to think about it. The moment you open your eyes, you see a very familiar corruptor. Taran is helping you out, even in this state.
I will bring you back for Rustfire. For Syndicate.
Your final words to Taran, bring me to him. At the very top of the maze, you finally meet the Black Ring avatar, the Corpseborn, who fused with Julian. He mocks you, laughs at you, calls you weak, calls you lucky. If only that Architect Julian didn't hide you. BR002 is angry. You don't let his intimidation get you, instead you mock him back. He hates being seen as weak. He has experienced this before. The underground shepherd has trampled him, walked over him, mocked him, and now he sees you and that angers him even more. He laughs at you, saying you don't stand a chance because this is his domain. It's expanding, blanketing the whole Syndicate. Every soul, every person, here is my prey. He has back his full power. A burst of blue light spears through his arms and torso, and that's when he shoots Shorl next to you. He spots Shorl next to you. Shorl has great anti-mania tech in him, very effective against mania creation. A huge battle between the two of you erupts. He laughs. This is his domain expansion. He is not afraid. All he cares for is a revenge against you. Revenge. You question his motive. Why won't you just let it go? He replies, calling you stupid, and attacks. You reply with your shackles. Together with Shorl, you combine an attack of shackles and blue light, stabs at the Corpseborn. He is shocked beyond belief, not understanding why he's getting harmed. There is a deep connection between the two of you. Whatever hits you, Chief, will also hit him. He calls you deranged, insane, you will die too. You chuckle, listen, or even better, look at me. Do I look dead to you, man? There is not even a single scratch on you, Chief. Using the white cube, you avoid the attacks by staying hidden. Checkmate, Mr. Corpseborn. It's a perfect tool to hide someone weak like you are, Chief. Shoral protests. This wasn't part of the plan. Doing this won't take him down, and we are burning through our energy reserves fast. It's just a matter of time until he comes after you, making this all for nothing. Whatever underground sorcery you are messing with, whatever you got, cut it out now. Chief, you are truly amazing, making not only the Black Ring Courseborn but also Paradeisos panic at the same time, throwing their plan into the utter chaos. You refuse to be a tool that follows obediently. Instead, you decide to carve your own path, but not alone, but together with others. Amidst this chaos in the realm unseen by Shoral, Shalom observes everything with a big smile. Months have gone by, and things have spiraled beyond her predictions, but she is happier than ever, thrilled by this unexpected turn. Your goal, Chief, isn't to die here, or to be a puppet for someone else. You will see this entire thing through for your very own sake. The Black Ring has been sucking the life out of the so-called weak. It's time to listen to their voices. What do the victims of the West District want? If the Black Ring can truly manifest the strongest desires into reality, then let's hear what they have to say. 6.5 million people, 200,000 chasing violence, but what about the rest? Silenced, ignored, left in the shadows, wiped from the memory. No one cares about them. Nobody cares what they want. Thankfully, the Black Ring isn't like Syndicate. Most raw power doesn't matter here. Those that want to stay and fight for a better future are right here, lasting so many months in hell under an iron fist. They managed to stay alive, fighting, believing, hoping, struggling, but not giving up. Mr. Corpseborn, you are about to get the biggest reality check.
Unrestrained mania, twisting reality with humanity's darkest desires, making the world a more vicious place. The powerless struggle to survive, and in this cruel world, death is the only equalizer between the strong and the weak. You hit the nail on the head, and that's exactly what puzzles me. How do ordinary humans make it through such massive calamities? How does a scientist, with no clue about guns or weapons, walk out of Dis-Sea and save the world? Where on earth do they get the strength for all this? Beats me. Beneath the vast shadow of the Black Ring, having suffered devastating losses, how have the countless Syndicate folks, despised for being powerless, managed to hold on for so long? Figuring out where to get food, how to steer clear of pollution, deciding who mines the hypercube, plus evading Paradeisos and the underground at the same time. With neither leaders nor hope, how do the weak survive here? It's incredible. I've never witnessed their fiery determination, nor heard their battle cries. They're not heroes, but somehow they've sparked so much inspiration in me, without even realizing it.
No need to say them to me. I'm only captivated by echoes of the dead. I've heard too much of your fancy words. Now that you're back with us, leave this grim place and return to the world you love.
I'm already there. I've written so many great poems. My eager students must be waiting with bated breath.
Hey, wake up, kid! Wake up! Look! Your poetry! It's alive!
What's happening?
The flyer crash holes are empty with no lines in them, empty but a stream of inks lines burst out from fluttering the sheets. Suddenly a powerful surge lifts Crash plummeting body. Raven. Ray is back. The time to make a comeback has come. Wake up, this is it. Raven's truly back, using her powers to utmost potential.
Ray? Oh, you dumb bird. This whole scene is in such poor taste.
Raven laughs, twirls her pen, ink swirling at the tip. Her power, her poetry is rejuvenated.
In mania, it heralds the worst, yet brings forth the best of times. Violence isn't the only solution. Power can also spring from thought. Therefore, as long as desires still flicker in our hearts, how can we ever stand still and not move forward?
Why-yi! Oh my goodness!
Hold up, slow down a bit. We're not sure what kind of enemies are out there. Let's not hurry.
If we don't hurry, that guy will get away again! Trying to skip town with all that debt, huh? Sneaking off after having hot pot without cleaning up, right? Dressed to the nines and doing some shady stuff here? Where are you heading off to after this mess? Going to sneak away again without a word to me? You still think that's all for my sake?
Shh. I've already been chewed out once. Just don't say anything.
It's fine if you keep it to yourself. Everyone in Syndicate has some history, right? I've loved every day with you guys. And I've tried so hard to keep up. You guys made my life interesting. Stop using it for my sake as an excuse. And don't leave me out again. You hear me?
I hear you. But we need to focus on escaping first. What was Chief thinking letting you loose? It's driving me crazy. I was looking for a chance to sneak out of here, but now that you two have shown up, how can I slip away anymore?
My men have sacrificed a lot. They deserve the best trophy as their medal. Just Parma's head won't cut it. So, how about joining me back at base, Miss Vi? We've got a lot to talk about.
Bye! KK and Shay are safe. I'm so happy. I want to cry. Even Langley's there to capture them. Questionable, but who cares? Langley will come back.
You flatter me. All we can do is buy them a little time. After all, our most powerful one said she had to risk going to another place.
Horror is still locked in a fierce combat, but a sudden massive explosion from behind sweeps away the surrounding enemies.
Legion? No. This isn't coming from me. This power is...
Zoya!
Hekate? What are you doing here? Is that thing a... dragon? What are you doing here? What about that dummy? Shouldn't you be with her? Are you sure you can take this alone? I'm fine now. I haven't been alone for a long time. Chief will be fine on her own. I believe in her. So... I'm here to protect Hela.
The Black Ring is experiencing major disturbances. The Corruptors are lost in disarray, and some of the mania infected are coming to their senses. What's going on? Could it be that Chief's back? Anyways, this is a rare opportunity. Halt the retreat. All FAC units, gather up! It's time to take down the Corruptors. I'll take full responsibility for any disciplinary consequences, but try your best to keep the civilians safe! Move out!
This is what I'm talking about. We are not alone. Gather up, rise, fight.
That's enough. The quiet masses of Syndicate. You've seen yourselves as the downtrodden, the weak, and the helpless. You've been numbed for far too long, escaping for far too long. Waiting for leaders, heroes, or even fate to step in and right your wrongs. You've only been watching them, the strong and the weak alike, turning themselves into beacons, forging the blood-stained path. Now, it's your turn to step up. Everyone gets a chance, and everyone faces a choice. Stop living in the shadows of self-pity. Stop waiting for someone else to save you. It's time to face the Black Ring head on. This time, it's up to you to shape your destiny.
When you were out cold, you tried to wake up and failed, repeatedly trying. It was such a chaotic world. In the depths of mania were many traps and unimaginable pains. You had good intentions, you tried your best. It shouldn't have ended up like this. The result shouldn't have been this ludicrous. So many questions you kept pondering upon. Did you try hard enough? Were you naive, too reckless, or not wise enough? Was it because you were too weak, or was it because Syndicate didn't deserve you? Were the people too corrupted? Were your efforts pointless? Was that the reason why you ended up like this? You found yourself trapped in darkness, the most terrifying kind. You could not break free on your own. It was then that you realized that you knew nothing about human beings. There's no doubt, after waking up you felt at your weakest, hopeless and sad. But then that Hecate came to you.
Chief? Chief, you're not weak. You always give it your all in battle. Always go out of your way to protect us. I've seen this with my own eyes. When I feel helpless, it's the thought of you that always gives me strength. You are not weak. Not one bit.
Thank you, Hecate. It's thanks to you that Chief managed to wake up. She saved you, Chief. Her voice stood out from the rest, resonating with your soul. While Julian pushed you out of hell, Hecate pulled you back to reality. Knowing what you had to do, you asked Hecate for help, if she could go help Hela, while you went to destroy the Black Ring.
You are...
It has been confirmed that those are the missing MBCC sinners, S019 and S098. Arrest squad, come with me. Let's proceed to the scene to provide protection. Command Center, please contact Paradeisos. Wait, don't contact Paradeisos. Contact the FAC, the 9th Agency, all departments of the Executive Committee. Sync the live visuals. If the visuals are disrupted, sync the audio, detect M values, and do whatever else that might help. New developments. The Black Ring is collapsing. The Purge Order won't be of any help and should be terminated immediately. There are still people fighting out there. Chief is still fighting.
The MBCC is here. The entire squad has arrived. We were not abandoned, not left alone, and this is the proof. Nightingale finally came out to assist her dearest Chief and to help her daughters out too. You hear me? The MBCC is back. Let's go unleash the sinners.
Corso, I'm going to ask for your help once more. Please.
No problem. I'm more than happy to help. I can't remember the last time I found Syndicate so endearing.
Protect Hela and yourself. This isn't an order, nor is it an assignment. I need you, just like you need me.
I won't be afraid anymore. I may be weak, but I've got people who help me, and they've got me. This is the source of my strength. This is what brings me closer to you. Thank you for telling me you need me, Chief. I'll protect Hela. She's very important to us. Now please go fight with all your strength and reclaim your shackles. I believe in you, just like you believe in me.
The blue light emitted by the shackles revealed its true form. The corpus, torn apart by the Black Ring itself, finally has its true form revealed. A huge, ugly and ferocious monster. Chief, we have truly entered the endgame. This is it, Chief.
You despicable... Lacking her strength, you resort to such a low trick! You will never be defeated by this. I've gained power, reclaimed what's mine. I will not go down here. Lonely insect, you'll never trample over me.
Guess who is back? Donald the Lightning Beast, finally catching up to you. The GOAT is back. Now the three of you standing strong together against the Corpus. You, the Chief of MBCC, no, the Chief of Destiny. Together standing strong with your new S-rank sinner Donald and Julian's ghost laughing, smiling and ready to send Corpus back to hell.
I've brought a new friend to you. This is gonna get much more exciting. You don't look so well. All I did was do you a favor and give you some encouragement. Look how well it turned out. What else did I say? Right, I also said we'd destroy the Black Ring together. The three of us.
It's you. Why are you still here?
I never would have thought that you'd hand over the decision-making to someone else. I'd known you to be full of surprises, but I never expected this kind of surprise. Forget about the success rate. Without the benefit of collective observation, the level of uncertainty surrounding this plan is almost infinite.
Was it a gamble? You surrendered yourself to fate by choice. I wouldn't have had the courage to make that choice. I see. You can trust others because you have seen a bigger world and more genuine people, because you are not alone. I'm envious of you. If I were more like you, I might have come up with a better solution, and everyone would have suffered less. I'm sorry.
Shalom believes that you are very trusting, but that is not the case. At first you didn't want to trust a Paradeisan like her, but all this way you have received protection from many people that you have never met before. Shalom, Rahu, Kokolik. When you were in mortal danger, Rahu, the Paradeisos elite unit, risked her life to take hold of you and to bring you to her. She didn't say a word, never revealed anything, but the sincerity was clear as day. Shalom, Rahu. You guys have been treated as tools by some people, but there are others who trust you deeply. Am I right, Christina?
I see. Is that how it is? I thought they had all left, considering they each had their own path to follow. Looks like time is running out. Please take care of them for me. They are nothing like me, but they're a lot like you. Sooner or later, they will come and rally around you.
Before the illusionary world collapsed, Shalom was on the verge of saying something, but she thinks better of it and only gives a smile. Shalom, we will meet again.
You always choose the path of most resistance. Neither running away nor causing havoc. You confront your challenges and look for new possibilities. Things are only going to get more overwhelming for you. Be careful. Our destinies are linked. They've changed each other. There's nothing to regret. I'm glad that you've gained your freedom. So, I wish you happiness. By the way, if you guessed wrong and the people of the West District chose another path, what would you do? Would you still think any of this was worthwhile? There's that interesting expression on your face again. It's a look that I'm familiar with. Luckily, fate led them to this path. Off you go. Someone's here to pick you up.
Gotcha. What were you just staring at? Oh, it truly is a splendid sight.
Chief is still in the tower. Go find her!
You will go question the civilians and that executive officer, Donald.
This is good. I'm making progress too.
We found an injured person here. Inform Adjutant Nightingale. Someone needs help. Are you all right? Let me...
No, thank you.
Your voice. You are...
Take care.
All right, stop crying now. Did you really think anybody could hurt me? Look at me. Not a scratch. Good as new. It was not a big deal. I told you I'd be back. Have I ever lied to you? Gee, with you being such a crybaby, how am I supposed to let go? I just can't bring myself to.
This is really great. I'd imagined many possible outcomes. And I'd been very positive and creative in my imagining. But I never thought that Syndicate would end up with an outcome this good. Thank you, Chief. Putting you back into Paradeisos' hands wouldn't sit right with me. Might as well... Oh, too bad. The hook I brought today can't handle the weight of the two of us. Otherwise, I'd whisk you away right now. Maybe next time. Reluctant to part company with me? But I promised someone that I'd send you back. When you find them to be a handful next time, just reach out to me. I'll come and return the favor. Until we meet again. Now, she's coming to get you.
I am weak. Always have been. No sturdy legs to stand on. No formidable power to wield, nor a constantly soaring spirit to fight with. But I have friends, ideals, and a hometown that once embraced me. I want to become an architect and restore Syndicate to its former glory. To give everyone shelter and hope. That is its true glory.
Chief!
Hecate's call brings you back to reality. Nightmare is flying towards you. Its wings spread wide and Hecate, seated on Nightmare's back, extends her hand to you. Her eager eyes, intense, filled with so many emotions. Hecate has become a dragon rider, dragon knight. They grow up so fast.
Where are you going?
You gave me a scare, Hecate. I was going to the bathroom. Why were you following me?
The bathroom is over there, to the east.
Really? I remembered that there are some convenience stores this way that I used to frequent. So I thought I'd go and...
All closed down during the riot.
I forgot that
Hela, are you leaving?
No! I just need some space. I've got a lot in my head. I just need to straighten it out.
You were leaving without telling us? You haven't met Chief since we came back, have you?
I don't want to meet Chief. If I did, then I wouldn't be able to leave. So, no, I guess. Don't snitch on me. I'm not running away. I'll write to you guys. Even if there are lots of spelling errors. The MBCC is okay. There's training and stuff. But what I can see and do in the MBCC is still too limited. And if I stay, I'll always be under someone else's protection. What I'm trying to say is, I want to be my own person and make something of myself. And then I'll come back to see you.
Okay.
I want to be stronger. I want to be a protector. Someone who can really protect others. Hecate, you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yes, I do.
What? Fuck? What are you doing? Who does that? Stop it! Let go of me! Someone's got to be watching! Oh, this is embarrassing!
Don't worry. No one is watching. I understand. I understand why you want to become stronger, so that you can protect what is close to your heart. This is what you taught me. When I was lost, it was you who reached out to me. Let me know I was not alone. You are the reason I'm back at Chief's side. So, it's only fair that I should give you my support when you need it. Go for it, Hela.
What about your mission?
You mean the task of supervising you? It's okay. I don't want to fulfill it anymore. Chief will help me sort it out. You're more important than those tasks. Because Hela is my friend. The first friend I chose for myself. Don't forget to visit us often. I'll miss you.
you, but you need to visit me as well. Do you hear me?
A lot has happened in the Bureau during your long absence. Some outsiders have interfered in our affairs, and our sinners have suffered greatly. The city has changed. So has the overall atmosphere. The MBCC has had to change as well. But everyone knows how the MBCC is supposed to be. They remember the looks of the things they hold dear, hoping to restore them to the way they used to be upon your return. We've been waiting for this day for so long. Welcome back, Chief. You've been sorely missed.
I don't know where the sun is coming from. When I raise all the storms are forming now. So the ground is not safe anymore at all. Waiting for them how to keep strong. Looking around where we belong. Step by step I hear you come along. Oh, get a breath of all the speed comes back once again. Yellow, black and pale, the breeze are tremor from our strength. Respire, everything relax. Take me far away. Clear everything, help me go throughout the night. Don't be afraid. Take me far away. Clear everything and the land will be now vacant. Don't be afraid. Dream and hope and light. If we
I'm sorry. I've tried my best to keep them from meeting. Miss Bai stayed in the Black Ring. I didn't expect to see her fall into the hands of the Ninth Agency. My boss is quite intimidating.
No matter how intimidating that place is, Miss Bai will never return to you. She has a place in mind. Besides, the MBCC is a good place to be, with that little chief at the helm. Calling you Little Chief doesn't seem appropriate now. You've done a lot of great things. Quite impressive.
What? You're getting nostalgic and want to pay a visit?
Maybe another time. Syndicate doesn't need a violent leader anymore. They can forge their own path now. Anyone who still tries to stand in their way or takes advantage of them, I'll take care of it. You can change your codename now. BR002 is defeated. Your life as Rust has come to an end. It's time to move on to the next fight.
You've got a point. Now that the Black Ring in the West District has been destroyed, we monsters who have been residing inside the ring can't stay here anymore. It's time to move. See you wherever the next Black Ring crops up, Chief. I hope to see the real you the next time around.
Long time no see. I heard you've made great contributions in the battle. It wouldn't seem right to call you a rookie anymore. Ready to meet those old geezers from Paradeisos? You've grown so much. Surely you won't be nervous, right, Chief?
The rules in SHP-13 are confirmed to be in effect once again. Titan Security, the request for contact is approved. Thank you for your cooperation. I thought you would die in the BR-002. It surprised me when you came on board with the Paradeisos proposal and accepted the restrictions of the rules. Am I correct in assuming you represent a new possibility for humanity in the future?
The unorthodox measures taken by the FAC and Ninth Agency. They must have counted on you for the success of these measures, to a degree at least. You did exceed our expectations. We should have come and met you sooner. before X left. Fortunately, we still have plenty of time. Go ahead. Someone has been waiting for you.
While I was talking with you inside the ring, I had a vague feeling that we might meet again. Hello, Chief of Minos. Reason told me to reject your radical plan, but it did remind me of some interesting past events. Let's judge it by its outcome then. Thank you for buying us precious time. There's so much more we can talk about next.
You can't kill me. I refuse to accept that fate. I will reclaim what's rightfully mine. I have patience and will regain my power. I will come back, no matter how many times it takes. I will come back for you. Wait and see. One of these days, I...
Long time no see. Did you miss me? If you kept hiding, you'd win in the end. But you believed in the law of the jungle. What a fool.
Levi Gloviries Mundi. Evna Muntovia Simulis TV. Zona Candavia Lomo Clevos TV Elusta. Nulesh Notavia Lemuna. Nosta Glonazie no fides luna. Esta fiesile novulestivo novna.
This is a special gift from my lovely little sister. You must have sensed me too, right? My dear?
Chief, you have a sister? A big sister?